Hello, happy Tuesday. Anyway, I was going to show you what I'm cooking for me and my mom this morning. Let me show you. I'm trying to be organized, with showing what I'm cooking. So let me show you. Right here are those Bella mushrooms. There's 2 cups of mushrooms chopped. This is the tops of the beets I got at the farmer market, the green. If you see a short of mine, you'll see a leaf in the way of stuff. That's me holding the bag of beets. I cooked the beets. And then the tops I cut off and I cooked those. This is leftover cauliflower they had cooked with curry. It's just curry and cauliflower, but it's cooked. This is curly kale. When you eat this stuff, you want to make sure you, massage it before you cook it. You want to kind of break it down. This right here is about a half a cup of ground beef that I had boiled. I talk about boiling my meat. That's boiled ground beef. It is actually grass-fed, lean, organic cow. Moo. Anyway, this is spinach. It was from a bag of frozen spinach. I showed how I use it in my my version of lasagna. And this is a half of a cube of tofu. They come in containers like this. And I always get the non-GMO because tofu is one of the crops that is grown all over the place. And I think it's very important to get a non-GMO when you're dealing with soy. But anyway, so I'm going to take these mushrooms and I'm going to put them in this pan. Now this pan is dry. Something in it. Okay, there's nothing in it. Okay, this pan is like there's no oil in it, but here goes. Hear the sizzle? That's because I washed the mushrooms. Anyway, you might hear the smoke detector in a minute. So anyway, I put that in there. I put that in there. Get in there. I put this in here. Cauliflower. I put the curly kale. I put the spinach. I put the ground beef. And I put the tofu. Yep. That's what I do. Then I mix it together. Trying not to smush it. Okay, let's hold the camera straight, Laura. I'm holding it and cooking. Kind of like patting my head and rubbing my stomach. So I'm going to cook this. I have this, they call it waterless cookware or something, low temperature cookware. You can put oil and stuff in it, but what I'm going to do is after it's all cooked, I'm going to add the oil and toss it in. So I know how much oil I'm putting in, and it'll be, I think I'll be using olive oil. I'm not going to cook in it, but I'll put some of the olive oil I have after it's cooked and kind of toss it in. It won't do anything to the flavor or anything, I don't think, because I have flavorless food basically. So yeah, so let me show you the seasonings I use. Anyway, I have a lot of seasonings because my husband uses a lot of seasonings. I just don't. Anyway, so I have the organic no salt seasoning that I just, I sprinkle it on just because it seems like when you cook you should sprinkle stuff on, and it doesn't seem to bother me. And I have curry I like, so I do that. I'll sprinkle the curry on. So here's the curry. Kind of buy it in bulk and I put it in a coffee container. Then empty it out and use it. So I'm just going to take just a spoonful of curry. Curry's a great antioxidant or whatever. It's supposed to be good for you. So I just kind of stir it around. And I'm going to let that cook down. I am going to let it cook. I have the lid on the pot, and it is low temperature cookware. And low temperature cookware, when you cook things on low, you maintain or supposedly maintain a lot of the food value in the food. We need our food value. There's a lot of vitamins and minerals and nutrients that you can boil out or, lose if you cook on too high a temperature. So let me show you the drugs that I take every day. These are the drugs that I take before I, the morning drugs I take. I only take drugs in the morning. I take 2 of these Vitafusion Women's Multi Vitamins. They're really good. And I take vitamin B12. The doctor told me to take 1,000 mcg's a day. And so that one goes under your tongue. And I take chewable vitamin C. Take 1 of those every day. I never really learned how to swallow a pill appropriately, so everything that I do take is chewable. Unfortunately for me, at this point in my life, thank goodness, I'm not yet on any like prescribed pills because I don't know really how to take them. That would be kind of hard. I guess I'd have to smush them up. In the past, it's just hard. I have a hard time swallowing pills. I fixed my mom's breakfast, and she's, you know, she has some pills she takes, and she used to put them all in her mouth, like pop them in her mouth and click, 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 click. And I'm just like, back in the day, I struggled with the eeny, teeny, weeny little oral contraceptive pill. It's crazy. Never struggled with food, obviously, swallowing it. It's all like psychological. Anyway, I never learned. And, you know, the funny thing, one of my biggest concerns, a big concern I had was when I was raising my daughter, how do you teach a kid how to swallow a pill when you don't know how and you're kind of fearful of choking on it and you don't want your child to have the same fears you have? And so I just had to act like I knew how to swallow a pill. And so when she first got like a pill to take, I was like, said what everybody else said to me, just put it on the back and drink the water and just swallow. And she did it, and it was like, oh my God, she did it. Yeah, it's amazing. I'm still trying, you know, I've practiced with stuff and it just doesn't. It's sometimes I've done it. I've been real proud of myself, but some of the pills that I see out there that people take, like my husband when he travels to Africa, those malaria pills are huge. They're huge, huge, huge. And I haven't yet gone with them, and I'm thinking not only that, they can have a reaction for some people, and I tend to react to medicines anyway. I mean, I react to tartar control toothpaste. I mean, that's crazy. But anyway, so I'm cooking it. I added a little bit of this, the leftovers of spicy tomato basil that I had left. I put water in it and shook it up and put the remains in it so it's not much. Then one of my final touches, I'm going to put kind of a handful of kimchi in it. And yeah, a handful. Something that, you know, everybody uses spoons and utensils when they cook. I like to kind of use my hands. Part of the exercise I get is cleaning the mess I make, because now I have food all over the floor. As you see, I splatted all over the stove. It's just, you know, I'm really kind of a sloppy cook, I guess. I see videos of people cooking. Everybody seems to be pretty organized, but, you know, if you want to see somebody who makes a mess when they cook, I'm your girl. All right. Take it easy. Have a good day. And peace.